Years ago, a finance workstation kept passing every central audit, but it had a local admin nobody expected. Not domain admins, not the help desk group. A contractor account from a desktop refresh, still sitting in administrators months later. We found it after 2 hours of clicking through computer management on random machines, which is not an audit. That is guessing with a mouse. The PowerShell local users question is simple. Who is in the local administrators group right now, on every machine, and should they be there? The graphical interface is fine for one server during a maintenance call. It breaks down the second someone asks for proof across a fleet. Workstations have history, old images, vendor installs, emergency fixes, renamed domains, and retired technicians. Servers are worse, because every exception sounded reasonable at the time. Deleted accounts also leave security identifiers or SIDs behind in local groups. A SID is the real identity Windows stores. The friendly name is just a lookup. When the account is gone, the SID can remain as a dead entry. It may not authenticate, but it still pollutes your evidence and hides bad hygiene. The core idea is boring, which is why it works. Pull the current membership of the local administrators group from the machine, save it, and compare it to an approved list. Do not compare it to what you remember. Do not compare it to what the build document probably said 3 years ago. The LocalAccounts module gives you Get-LocalUser, Get-LocalGroup, and the one we care about today, Get-LocalGroupMember. For administration, the audit that always finds surprises is Get-LocalGroupMember-Group Administrators. Run locally, it tells you who has local administrator rights. Run through remoting, it becomes a fleet control. Start small. On a test machine, run Get-LocalUser to see local accounts, then Get-LocalGroup to see local groups. Next, run Get-LocalGroupMember-Group Administrators. That returns objects with name, SID, principal source, and object class when Windows can resolve them. For a fleet, put computer names in a variable and use invoke command computername $computers, script block, Get-LocalGroupMember, Group Administrators. PowerShell remoting adds PS computername, which is exactly what you want in the export. Pipe to select object, PS computername, name, object class, principal source, SID, then export CSV. After that, compare object against your approved list. Exceptions become tickets, not folklore. Here is the real morning request. Internal audit asks, which users are local admins on accounting workstations? You get the computer list from inventory, maybe workstations.txt. You run invoke command against that list with Get-LocalGroupMember Group Administrators. You export the result to a comma-separated value file for review. Your approved list says each workstation may have the built-in administrator account, currently disabled, the domain workstation admins group, and one endpoint management service group. The report shows a named help desk user on 12 machines and an old vendor group on 3. Now you have machine names, identities, and evidence. Now, the scars. Get-LocalGroupMember has a known failure mode with some orphaned cloud identities, especially old Azure AD or Microsoft Entra joined entries. Instead of returning the good members and the bad SID, it may throw and give you nothing. Work around it with Active Directory Service Interfaces, ADSI, using the WinNT provider or with Net Local Group Administrators as a last resort enumeration. Ugly output is better than no evidence. PowerShell 7 is my default, but LocalAccounts is Windows only, and the module is not available in 32-bit Windows PowerShell on 64-bit Windows. Finally, disable accounts first, delete after 30 days. Recreated names get new SIDs. This sits right in the middle of Windows administration. Local users and groups are the endpoint layer. Active Directory gives you central identity, but local administrators decides who can fully control that box. Group policy objects, or GPOs, can enforce restricted groups, or local users and groups preferences. Organizational units, or OUs, decide where those policies apply. Event logs tell you when group membership changed. Access control lists, or ACLs, matter later, but local admin is the front door to many bad outcomes. If you cannot inventory it, you cannot defend it consistently. Your safe 10-minute exercise: use your own admin workstation or a test virtual machine. Do not change membership. Run Get-LocalGroupMember Group Administrators. Copy the names you expect into an $approved array. Then put the actual names into $actual and run compare object -reference object $approved, DifferenceObject $actual. If you hit an error, try the ADSI fallback from the description snippet and note what entry caused the failure. The lesson is not to clean everything instantly. The lesson is to build a repeatable read-only audit that produces the same answer tomorrow. 3 beats to keep. First, Get-LocalGroupMember Group Administrators is one of the highest value local audits you can run. Second, orphaned SIDs are not harmless decoration. They prove your lifecycle process missed cleanup, and cloud orphan SIDs can break the commandlet, so know the fallback. Third, compare membership to an approved list, not memory, not vibes, not a screenshot from last year. Disable first, delete later, because SIDs do not come back. This is episode 23 in the administration tier. New PowerShell and Windows administration episode daily on this channel.